Hey folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to an anime review. Today we're looking at episode 9 of Death March. Now I'm going to say right now, I think I enjoyed this episode a lot, to be honest with you folks. In comparison to last week's episode, which, I don't know, people were talking to me and we had different things about it where, some people were like, no, you missed this part or at least didn't understand the emphasis of this. And, it's not that I didn't understand it, it's just I didn't really care about last week's episode too much. And, some people are saying it's because I'm thinking this is too much of an isekai work, but it kind of is an isekai. I mean, the whole concept of it is. And, isekai stuff is always done differently. There is stuff with action, there's stuff with, more just slice of life elements, but, I think Death March works at its best when it's filled with action and just a little bit of drama, because this week's episode was solid overall. I loved that we get more of Zen's backstory, which in many ways he's very similar to Satoo, where his past is that he was reincarnated from an infant into this world, but he was always kind of be destined to have like very strong powers and magical abilities. And he even went on adventures too. He became a really well-known sorcerer, and at one point, even got a band of people that followed him, and actually got married, which is funny enough that you don't see that too often with isekai like characters. You think, oh, they're never gonna get married or anything like that, but it was kind of interesting to even think that there was a character like that in the story. But what's interesting is Zen at one point had horrible things happen to him, and it led to his wife being killed right in front of him, and then him being obviously killed. But with his powers, he was able to keep himself alive by a skeletal form, and he still was able to manipulate energies and do all this other stuff. He was able to bring back various characters. It wasn't like he was a powerful sorcerer that could bring the dead back to life, but I think he tried to mimic it in many ways, like, with the homunculus and all that. But it was a very interesting, because that's what he wanted Satoo to be able to do. He wanted to be able to kill him, and apparently, according to Zen, no one was able to do that before. That even with the sword, the holy sword, they weren't able to, just destroy him because they weren't able to use the sword. But obviously, because Satoo is super overpowered, which this dude legit ran on water and shot fire behind him so he could get faster. It's, a little bit questionable, that scene, but, he's overpowered enough that he was able to take down Zen and kill him and free his soul of sorts. And he even saved all the homunculus, which you have one of them now joining his buried band of harems, which just continues to grow. Like, oh my god. But I will say this: what I like about Death March is that, very similar to Sword Art Online, you can already tell that Satoo's main romantic interest definitely has to be that one girl. Her name I always forget. Zenny, I think it is, and they apparently promised to be together again in the spring when she was free from work and stuff like that, and not not bound to her night code and stuff. But I think that was kind of cool to see that, because that's I like her as a character. And I mean, I also like this new homunculus girl. She was actually pretty cool with the fact that at one point when Satoo was really sad, she pulled him into her chest, and she's like, I read that when guys get into girls' chests, they get happier. And I'm like, it's accurate. Anyways, though, this was a solid episode of Death March. What did you guys think? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. As always, guys and girls, if you like my reviews, think about hitting the subscribe button and sharing the video around, liking the video, etc. Your Love is Like After the Rain will be out a little bit later tonight. I'm gonna do a few phone calls. I have to talk with some friends of mine, and just kind of catch up with them. So I'll have that out later when I can. God bless you all. Have a great day. If I don't see you in my next review, bye bye, everyone.